All right, let me cover the Snow White thing first before I move on here because I don't have a lot to say about this, but it's this is something that's bothered me for a while. I'm gonna share my screen here. Okay, remember when Barbie came out? Barbie is, let's just be honest, this is the feminist wet dream of a film. Okay, this was the feminists tout this movie. This is their film. Um, Feminists love this movie. And then you had people who don't like messaging and agenda driven storytelling in general in cinemas suddenly defend this piece of crap movie. Go back and look at the Fandom Menace channels. How many of those Fandom Menace channels, guys, this movie, it's actually Ken's movie. Hey, they tried to make a feminist movie, but they didn't. It's actually a really good movie. It's actually. What are you doing watching a Barbie movie? What are you doing making a video about a Barbie movie? You're a superhero channel or you're a geek channel. What are you even doing seeing this movie? It's the same thing with Wicked. Well, I had to. My wife dragged me to Wicked, and so I just, I happened to see it, and I'm gonna do a video because it's a new movie and you want the clicks. Just be honest. Just be honest. You're grifting. Just stop trying to pretend that there was all these special circumstances. You're grifting. And a lot of these channels, and it wasn't just the Phantom Menace channels, and Michael Knowles, for crying out loud. I had to stop listening to Michael Knowles' show after this. He was like, Barbie is actually, guys, this is Ken's movie. It's actually blah, blah, blah. My answer to that is, why would it even matter? Why would, what the filmmakers behind Barbie were trying to do with this movie. You know the message that they want to convey. You know that their intended audience, all the feminists, love that message. They perceive that message. They're using this film to further push that message. Do you think the studios are really going to say, oh, well, a lot of those conservative guys or a lot of those people who resist agendas in film, they actually liked the movie, but they didn't like it for the right reason. So, no, they don't care. They just saw your support for this movie. Why would you support this film in any way? I don't care what you thought of it. And the only reason for it is they wanted clicks. Either that or they had such a hard-on for Margot Robbie that they just could not say no to her movie, and they just had to go see that. I mean, that's another option here. But the all they did was encourage this crap. All they did was encourage more of this kind of film in Hollywood. I mean, I'm sure it's getting a sequel. After they did that, the filmmaker, she was given the Chronicles of Narnia series on Amazon. Like, are you kidding me? What part of Barbie translates to Chronicles of Narnia? And this is because she was rewarded. Every idiot, every simp channel out there who was like, actually, guys, Barbie's blah blah blah. You did this. You gave the Chronicles of Narnia, for crying out loud, to this woman who did Barbie. It really ticked me off. And then what ticks me off more is, okay, directed by Greta Gerwig. She also wrote Barbie. Okay, what is Greta Gerwig doing these days? Let's see. Let's check out her IMDb there. Greta Gerwig wrote Snow White. Snow White is an upcoming American musical fantasy film directed by Mark Webb from a screenplay by Greta Gerwig and her co-writer there. So look at all these Fandom Menace channels who are flipping their lid now about Snow White, or Rachel Ziegler said this, and what is Disney even thinking about putting out this movie, and how can you even remotely think about putting out a movie that deconstructs the classic Snow White? And all the typical Fandom Menace channels are getting their little videos in and getting their clicks, and a lot of them are the same ones that sat there and supported Barbie. What more evidence do you need that these channels are not sincere? They don't really believe this, and they're really trying to, change the culture, and they're just making these video guys so they can really put the word out there and fight the good fight, and they need your support. No, they want your money. That's why they're doing these videos. That's why they can't remain in any kind of integrity with their opinions, because they'll do it. What are they doing watching Wicked? What are they doing watching Barbie? But it's a hot new movie. They got to do a video on it. Got to get them clicks. That's what this crap is. Of course, like, I'm not even going to say anything about the Rachel Ziegler or Snow White, because of course it's hot garbage dumpster fire. Why are you giving it your attention? Oh, because the normies don't know if we don't tell them. Shut up with that tired old stupid argument. It's just an excuse for you to keep watching your favorite YouTube communities and getting all mad and hyped up. I mean, it's, and then you watch these videos and they're just like those clickbait articles that you'll get online, the written articles. They start out with the person and he's got to go over and give you sort of a summation on how crazy the world of politics or Hollywood is right now. And that's a good minute and 30 seconds. And then they give their little intro. Hi, I'm blah, blah, blah. And then they got like 40 more minutes or, 10 minutes, whatever the video is, of just again telling you the history of everything. And their title makes it sound like they actually have something new to contribute to the topic when they don't. They're just rehashing a bunch of blah, blah, blah because it gets them more clicks. It gets the algorithm and people are simps enough to want to just click, click, click. It really is. I've said it before. They're the daytime talk show addicts. These are the people that tuned in or would have tuned in to Jerry Springer and Ricky Lake and all those kind of people back in the day. Now they do it on YouTube because they just gotta have that hit, gotta have that buzz, And Snow White would get a lot less attention and would have a lot less ticket sales if YouTube would shut up about her right now. But they won't because she's a hot item. She's a money making thing for them. She's their cash cow, and they want to keep her relevant and keep getting those clicks on it. So they're going to keep talking about it, and she'll end up getting more ticket sales than she would have otherwise. I firmly believe that. Yeah, it's just dumb. Yeah, AL says, I don't think it really matters what YouTube thinks, what a YouTuber thinks. They don't really move the needle. It's the normies like my hubby who end up making movies money or not. Yeah. Oh, but those channels, they influence the normies and, all these kind of reasonings.